Stop limiting your thoughts. Stop limiting your feelings. Stop limiting yourself, damn it. Pretty much everybody out in the world now is maybe not really realizing it, but pretty much everyone is limiting themselves. And the moment that you judge others, the moment that you judge yourself and don't just let yourself be, that's a limitation. Like, that's a time, that's a moment, that's a space of limitation. And there's nothing good that comes from limitation. Like, I've had some time to reflect and react to my limiting thoughts and beliefs. And I can't think of one positive thing that happened from any of it. From, not allowing myself to feel my own feelings because I feel like I don't deserve to, or I feel like I'm a bitch for feeling them, or, other people don't want to feel my feelings, so why do I get to feel those feelings? Why do I need to? Judging others in terms of, the way they choose to display themselves, or, maybe the activities they decide to engage in, thinking that I am worse off and less than because I don't have this, or this thing didn't happen to me in this time frame, and that must mean that I suck, and life is never gonna give me what I want, and like just so much fucking limiting shit. Like, I guarantee you're thinking way too much. You literally don't need to be thinking that much. You literally don't need to be thinking at all like that. You don't need to really even be thinking. Like, I find that in the day and age that we are in now, our thoughts never get us anywhere good. We never assume the best or assume well things about people. It's none of that. So why are we allowing ourselves to harvest such a space of just destructiveness? Like, it's just a lack of love. That's just what I think and I feel. Like, when you're buffering or assuming or waiting to discover or learn about someone else, but you're assuming certain behaviors and associating them with things, judging them, essentially, it just diminishes any value of things. You're not going to be able to reap the benefits unbiasedly of that thing anymore, and that's so sad. It's so sad how much we really stand in our own way, and then we just are all frustrated about it. You're frustrated at the fact that you're limiting yourself, and you don't even realize that that's where a lot of that hostility and frustrated energy is coming from, is because your brain and your body knows that you should be giving yourself something way more than you really are. Kombucha up. So it's really, really difficult and frustrating to stand in your own way like that. So I encourage you to radically question yourself. This is so cute. Radically question your thoughts. Radically question your feelings. Radically question your judgments. That's the number one thing every human being should be doing. Radically question your judgments. Why do you feel that way? Why do you think that you deserve to feel that way? Who are you when you're justifying, that's so funny, when you're justifying this thought, when you're justifying this assumption of reality? We really are out here destroying our own experience simply just through unnecessary importance of thought, because Thoughts aren't, why is my egg stuck? The fuck? What the hell? Why is it like glued in there? Anyways, thoughts happen. Time passes. It's like the wind. It's a passive thing that's necessary. It comes with the, like, why is there a glass bottle in the garbage? I hate people who don't know how to fucking recycle. When we got a big ass recycling bin over motherfucking flowing over there. But I'm not taking it out. I've been taking it out, and I've been taking the garbage out. So I'm not these people's motherfucking slave. They can fucking do their own shit. Anyways, what the fuck was I saying? Thoughts are passive, just like the wind, just like, you know, a piece of grass growing. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't need to be significant, you know, like, you know, people fall on the street outside all the time, and you're not over here like, well, that means I'm gonna have a bad day because they fell. It's like that literally happens. That's a product of nature. That's something that's going to happen, and it doesn't mean that there's anything significant to it at all. It's like the difference between certain people where we'll use the falling. Maybe they trip and fall, and now the rest of their entire day or the rest of their entire week is bad because they fell, because their life sucks, and the universe hates them, and blah, 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 blah. Someone else is gonna fall, and they're gonna be like, well, what the fuck? That was stupid. Fuck the fall. That was really annoying. And then they're gonna get up and walk away and move on because the fall was just a fall. You know, you tripped over something that's on the ground. That's the product of the reality of the situation. It doesn't mean that you're a terrible person and you suck and now you're gonna have a terrible life, but now you're manifesting that for yourself, and you're just gonna keep looping that, and you're gonna keep feeling that. You know, like, there you go. That's a big lack of love. Like, why are you blaming yourself for tripping and falling on something that has nothing to do with you, and that is not in your control, and that literally has nothing to do with you? But you kind of pick up on what I'm putting down now. You just destroy a lot of things before they're even able to get started because of thoughts and assumptions and mindsets and states that you're just so comfortable being in. You know, like, I can speak on this stuff so understandingly because I was in it, and I was very understanding of it for a while. And it was a really annoying way of living life. Like, I was really fucking miserable, and I knew that, you know, something needed to change. And I did. You know, the work wasn't easy. It didn't all come in right away. And it wasn't all, you know, like, it's not a congruent journey. It takes a lot of time and a lot of stress and a lot of, you know, figuring out of your own thoughts and your own feelings, and kind of, yeah, this needs to go in the garbage. Kind of, what the hell? The fuck? Like, what do people be doing? I literally don't understand. Kind of just using your assessment of judgment to assess, like, what the hell? I'm gonna take my egg out, and we need to go check that out. That's not gonna do much. This will, though. Oh, their fucking shower caddy fell. I was like, I'm supposed to be home alone right now. Crazy. But anyways, is my door even locked? No. They got me sleeping in here, fucking door unlocked. That's crazy, because whenever there's one of them in the apartment, I always lock the door. So that's crazy behavior. That's crazy. I clocked that, guys. Appreciate the not giving a fuck about my safety. But anyways, yeah, just like realize and acknowledge when you're kind of standing in your own way and ruining something for yourself before it's even gotten started. Like, it's okay and it's safe and it's a good thing to have judgments and reservations about things. But where stuff starts to get super messy is where, you know, now you are really comfortable living in this state of reality, thinking that your thoughts mean something, you know, and now you're judging other people and you don't even genuinely believe your thoughts and feelings, which is why, you know, you're kind of like questioning who you are and where you are in your reality, because you're thinking and you're feeling these things, but you're not allowing yourself to like actually be without them. Like, you're not allowing yourself to like have the freedom of like, let me just like not think this thought, let me just not feel this thing, or not even not think the thought, but like you can think the thought and have the feeling, but it doesn't mean that the thought is like accurate or true. And that's where a lot of people get stuck. They get mixed up because they think that these thoughts and these feelings are the reality. You know, like that thought means that thing. That feeling means that thing is that way and it's true. And I think, honestly, really unbeknownst to them, they're just burning bridges that they haven't even seen yet. So yeah, it's really sad. It's really, really sad. It's really unfortunate, but you know, you live and you learn. And I think that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to go. I got some figs here, and I'm gonna cook them in a pan. I don't know if they're supposed to be cooked, but like I know that you can do anything with anything, but I don't know if like these are okay to be cooked, so we're gonna try them out. Put some salt on them, really. I don't think they need anything else. But yeah, stop I don't mean like, you know, live your life like this or enjoy your life this way or do this thing and then you'll feel this and you'll unlock this level. Like, literally just be. Like, that's my number one line. That's my number one recommendation. That's my number one way to live. Literally just be. That's it. You're gonna put some black pepper on them too. Just a little bit. Just be. Just be. Just let yourself be. Just let yourself be. And you will start to feel so much better. Like, you will really start to unlock layers and levels of yourself and of life that you didn't even know were possible. Like, it gets so crazy out here. There's so much out here and there's so much to enjoy. So many kinds of people. So many ways to live life. And a lot of people never ever do like get out there and actually are able to experience anything more like that because they're just stuck being limited. They're just so stuck being limited. And yeah, personally, in my opinion, I've chosen both sides. I've chosen both ways to live. And to be limiting and to not be limiting, and I'm always gonna push myself to stop any of that business. Just be. Literally just be. Just be. Make your number one goal and priority this year to just be. Because in turn of you doing that, you're also going to allow others to just be and to be comfortable being themselves and discovering who they are and living their truth. And that's really all it's about, you know. I think the controlling business is unnecessary and holds absolutely everybody back from everything. None of us gain anything from it, you know, like even the ones who are the controllers and are doing the controlling, like it doesn't feel nice. you know? Like, it doesn't feel nice to be the controller. And maybe, I don't know, other people have other attachments to that and they feel like it does feel nice. But from what I know, it doesn't, like, it's not going to be the ultimate satisfaction. Like, you're always going to have some feeling of like you're missing out, or you're losing something, or you're not complete, because you're not. So the universe is never going to let you feel fully fucking complete off of someone else, off of someone else's business and, you know, what they be doing and all that stuff. So prioritize yourself and your wealth and your health and, you know, just living, because in turn you're also blessing everyone else around you and in kind of relation to you, because you're not so stuck up anymore. You're not so hard set, and you don't even realize that, like, that's exactly what you need to do to, like, unlock this level of living that you know is obtainable, but you just don't know how to get there or where to go from where you're at. So yeah, be free, let other people be free, just freaking be, and go make some tea.